everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen, and we are going to do a whip and chat. Now, I am on the 4th row of my Scorpio, and now I'm getting into the confetti part. This is going to be fun. And I really haven't been bothered with the confetti lately, as much as I normally would be, but this is confetti crazy. So this is going to be confetti. So we're going to have fun with this. So anyway, let's pull out whatever you're working on and we will get started. Okay, I have only been trying to record this video since 9 o'clock this morning. And I'm going to tell you, usually I have a video already out for Whip and Chat for Tuesday already. Well, let me tell you. So I was recording and got the video all recorded and put out and uploaded and put onto the editing program that I use. And I usually watch my videos, or try to, before I upload them. And that way, I just do it. I don't know why. Well, as I was looking at the video, I happened to look up, because I was doing something else. And I happened to look up and I noticed that my voice was not in sync with my mouth. I was like, what in the world? Now, the case of y'all wondering, okay, can you see that if you're filming just by the camera that's up there? I was using my split screen program that I use when I usually do a whip and chat. So I was like, all right, this is crazy. Well, not only that, there wasn't any sound. And I thought, what in the heck is going on here? So I went into my settings, unlocked, and I don't know what the deal was. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm sick of this. So I went to record again. This time, there was no sound at all. And I thought, I know I fixed this, or at least I thought I did. So I'm, I'm going crazy trying to figure out what's going on. Now, mind you, I am not a computer person. I kind of have to be now with my job and training and so forth, but I'm not a computer person. My 19-year-old Justin's more computer savvy than I am. So I called him out here and I was like, dude, I don't know what's going on. And he says, Mom, for some reason, my computer, the speakers for my laptop weren't on. And they have to be on even though I have my mic. Now, why, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't ask. I was just like, okay, whatever. Okay. So, got that straight. Go to record again. And, well, that didn't happen either. And I don't even really remember. Because mind you, right now it's 7:30 and I have no clue. I can't remember why anyway, I had to record again for some reason. And it's been like this all day. So I was like, this is ridiculous. I was tempted to just say, screw it and just like, oh well. So finally, I said, okay, I'm going to stop for a few minutes and just chill out and try to clear my mind. Because I was getting to a point where I was getting really, really frustrated. And I don't like when I get frustrated because I get annoyed and I get irritated to the point where I just, don't care anymore. So I, took a break, and I've been trying to record all day, like I said. Well, finally, I'm able to sit down now and record. And a part of it was there was a lot of noise. There was people out in my in my apartment hallway, main hallway, foyer, whatever you want to call it, out there past my apartment door, and they were loud. And then the phone rang, and then Miranda's boyfriend got sick at work, so he came over, just came over here, and then it was just like, okay. So finally, after I made dinner, I said, okay, I'm just going to sit down, and I'm going to chill out, and I'm going to do this. But at first, I had to go run to the store because I needed to get something for the boys for we needed sugar, basically, and Justin wanted some wanted a soda or something, so he went with me. So we just got back, so now I'm kind of relaxing now, and going to not, now the kids are kind of in their room, and everybody and their brother has kind of slowed down for the night, I hope, and we're just gonna do this, but so yeah, this has not been one of those days. This was basically my Monday, because yesterday I was sort of laying down because, well, no, sort of, here we go, Jennifer. I was laying down because I had a migraine, and I'm not officially, working yet, but I called my, I don't want to say boss, but my coworker, whatever you want to call them, the person that recruited me, and she's not really my boss, but, it's coworker, whatever, I don't know what you want to call her. And I told her, I said, I am in bed with a really, really bad migraine. You could tell it in my voice. And she's like, oh my. And I said, just because I wasn't going to, called to tell her I wasn't going to be on the training call, the first training call that morning. And I said, if I start feeling better, then yeah, I'll be on the one this, later on, yeah, in the afternoon. And, I just didn't feel the greatest, and I had started getting this headache Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. I can't really remember, to be truthful, and it wasn't so bad, but Saturday into Sunday, it was, manageable. I was taking ibuprofen for it, and just kind of trying to just relax and get rest and get rid of it. And I was okay until after my life. And then and it was like later on that night, it just went, just hit me. And I was like, this isn't good. I can't. So I, wasn't feeling the greatest, and I was in a Zoom with a bunch of stitchers, and one of them looked at me, and she's like, do you feel better? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And I said, I'm just starting to feel really, really bad. My head's starting to hurt, and yesterday my poor stomach, and I used to get migraines to a point that made me sick, and so I knew, I was like, okay, my stomach started bothering me, and Justin came out to ask me something, and he was like, Mom, are you all right? I was like, no, my head is killing me. And he's like, do you want me to go get you a ginger ale? And I said, yeah, get me a Mountain Dew. So he did. He got me a Mountain Dew and got me a ginger ale. Ginger ale was for my stomach. Mountain Dew, caffeine, lots of caffeine helps. Well, finally, it eased off, but there was just no way. I was just like, I can't do this. I couldn't function. I was like, oh my God, this is just not funny. And, so I'm okay now, but yeah, and I thought, and usually I don't get them that much like I used to. I used to get them all the time. I used to have chronic migraines. Now it's not so bad, but usually when I get them, it's either because I'm stressed or they just come and go. They just come. And so Miranda was standing here and she's like, do you feel bad? And I was like, yeah, because this was after Justin had gone to the store. And she's like, are you stressed? I was like, no, I have no reason to be stressed. And she's like, you're not stressed out about your test. Now, those of you that don't know, or are new and don't know what I'm talking about, I have been trying to take, actually, well, I am taking a state test for my life and health insurance license. And I took it last month and I missed it like by, I can't even remember, 4 or 5 questions, I think. So I have to retake it on Monday. I was supposed to take it midnight tonight, but I had to reschedule it for other reasons. And not only that, I just didn't feel like I was ready to take that test, just because even though I kind of now, I've kind of got, I kind of remember, stuff that I need to remember. But again, I just didn't feel comfortable because I just was like, you know what? I don't want to try to rush this. So I'm going to just take it Monday, and I will, continue to do the review course and go over the practice exams again, and hopefully, so that, I knew that's not, and I knew I wasn't stressed for that. So I don't know what my deal was. I have no idea. And I have no clue. I don't know why I was stressing out. I don't know. And of course now it could be, and this is funny, my mouth has been bothering me where I have a, back here in the right side of my jaw, my gum. So I don't know if that's part of it. I don't know. So who knows what my issue is. So we'll see. And of course now today I felt better and finally got Justin his Xbox, because he as you guys remember, it broke. His Xbox was broken, but it worked. Now it's done. So I got him a new one today, and they brought it out to him, and he got the newer, I can't even remember what kind it is now. It's Xbox One something or other. And so he was all happy about it. The only difference with the one that little dude has and the one that Justin has is Justin's is all digital. He can't play any games that are on discs. He can't watch any DVDs, which is no big deal. He was telling me the other night, or telling me earlier, says it's not a big deal. And but apparently it didn't come. Apparently the amount of gigabytes that they said was on there is not there. So I've got to get him an external hard drive. Now, in the process of all this, little dude was starting to, I guess, feel jealous because Justin got the newer one. And I was just like, are you serious? And, which, I was like, okay, why are you so jealous about this? And I asked him, I said, what is wrong? And he first he didn't say anything. And I said, are you jealous? He says, yes. I said, son, I said, think about it. You have an advantage. And he's like, what do you mean? And I said, well, number one, your brother's is digital. Is digital. And I said, yours isn't. You don't have to worry about the 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 fact that you can't play a game and not have not have a disc. I said you can play games and play with the disc, put the disc in yours and play. I said your brother, no. I said you get to get regular movies like like DVDs, and you can play them and watch them on your Xbox. Justin can't. Oh, I didn't know that. Yes. So he kind of feels better about it, but again, he was feeling kind of jealous because Justin's is a little smaller than his, and he was kind of like, not really. He was just, he was jealous, but he feels better now, and which is the good thing, because I told him, I said, you don't need to feel jealous because he got the newer one. I said, because you got to realize yours is a little better than his. So he's kind of getting the idea. So we'll see. Yes, I'm using my Wee Wax. I decided to use it. I was going to use my super sticky patty wax, but I want to use my Wee Wax, and I found a way to load my pen. So we'll see. What else has been going on here, guys? I'm thinking. Really? My drill does not want to come off its pin. Let's see what else has been going on, and here we go. Me and drills today. My drills are being ridiculous. There we go. Let's see what else has been going on today. Or this week. My gosh, I can't even begin to tell you. Let's see. Little dude will be going virtually to school. They changed, they called me after I was told that he wouldn't, because he would have to go in person. So now he's, he was starting to accept the fact that he was going to go in person. Well, now he does, and I could tell by his face, he was a little stressed about it and kind of, nervous and so forth. But now that he knows that he doesn't have to, I can see, that he feels a little bit better about it. So he's I told him things were going to change this year, and I forgot what I was going to say there. Sorry. He's going to be out here this year. He's going to be sitting over here by my desk. And I told him, I said that, and of course he didn't like that idea at first. And I told him, I said, well, you don't have a choice, dude. I said, because, I want to make sure that you're doing your work. And I said, not that I don't trust you, but I just want to make sure, because, 6th grade is a little harder. And, this year's going to be a little different because number one, they're not going to be in a Zoom classroom all day long like they were last year. So, I told him, I said, this is going to be different. I said, a lot of it is just going to be on the computer, and all you have to do is, do whatever and do it the right way. So he was like, okay. So I've got a craft table that one of my very first craft tables that I bought, and when I was scrapbooking. So I'm gonna let him use that, and he's gonna sit out here, and where I can kind of watch over him and make sure he's getting all the all the stuff that he needs to be getting done and so forth, because last year was it wasn't difficult, but I could tell that there were some things that he didn't understand, and he was having problems understanding some of the stuff. And and at first I thought, okay, something's wrong here, because he's totally not getting this. And come to find out, it wasn't all him. Some of it was the teachers. They weren't explaining it very well. So, yeah, he was having a time. And, of course, they tried to say, well, this is why he needs to do this, blah, 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 why he needs to go in person. And I explained to the person, to the whatever you want to call him, that makes that decision. And I told him, I said, look, I said, he's having a really bad time. I said, it's not just, he didn't have a problem staying at home and doing his work. I said, but when he did do his work, I said, it wasn't that, he didn't, learn anything. I said, it had nothing to do with that. I said, or that, he just didn't do it. I said, but a lot of it was that, they didn't explain the instructions or the directions the way enough to even, and I said, and he wasn't the only one. And I said, I had to sit back there and explain stuff to him a couple of times when he was in the classroom on Zoom, and the teacher would get upset with me because I would be explaining this so that he could understand it. And I said, there's a couple other reasons and so forth. And I said, it's just, there's a lot of things. And he says, well, this is, and I don't know how they describe this. He told me I would get all the information and everything. I was like, okay. And he said, this time, it's not really a Zoom class this time. This is, one of those, homeschool where, you're not on the computer, but you're, basically doing, whatever, and doing classes like you would if, your parents were homeschooling you. So it's, it's a little different. And I explained that to the little dude. And I said, now, this is not going to be like it was last year. I said, not only that, you're going to be on all day long. And then, you're not being taught by a teacher. You're basically have to read the instructions, so forth and so on. And he was like, okay. And I said, so that's one reason why I'm putting you out here. So that way, if you don't understand something, then, I can help you. And he's like, okay. So I don't know, I don't know. But we'll see. And I told him, I said, this is a little easier this year, different, and, we'll see. And he's only going to do this for one semester so far. And if, he does good during the first semester, then, yeah, he can, stay, do it for the second semester, or he can go to school. But he came out this morning as the news was on, and he looks at me, he says, I don't even know if they're going to do the second semester. I said, why? He said, Mom, look. And I happened to look up at the news, and apparently they're predicting a rise in the Delta variants in October to November. And I'm like, okay, whatever, really? So, okay. But I'm not going to stress because that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So we'll see. He's kind of wait. I'm just waiting now for them to send me all the information that I need for him for school, because it's going to be a little different, but that's okay. So we're going to see what happens. And then, I'm going to tell him, this is how this is going to go. This is what we have to do. And we'll go from there. We'll see. But he's feeling a little bit better about it, which is the good thing, because he's kind of like, he's just, but, so, yeah, that's been our, our little, I don't want to say it's excitement, but that was our little thing, that was one of the things that happened this week. Now, I'm going to tell you something, this freaking heat, I swear to God, I told y'all this at the beginning of this video. This heat is like crazy. It cooled off a little last week. It wasn't as hot as it was the week before. And I thought, okay, maybe we're going to get a break. Yeah, okay. Today, oh my God, it was awful. And I ended up just telling the kids, you know what? No, I'm not even going to try to have you go outside, or have, send you, to the mailbox or whatever, because Justin and Sky go to the mailbox for me. And I just told him, I said, no. I said, if anybody's going to go, I'll go out there. You guys stay inside, and, don't, there's just no way. And I'm going to tell you, I did. I went to the mailbox and I thought I was going to freaking die. It was hotter than I don't know what. And I was just like, holy crap. It's just awful. Well, the bad part was, and the other, the other disadvantage to it being heat or hot is you can get heat exhaustion. Well, Miranda's boyfriend ended up coming home early. He clocked out because he wasn't feeling well. Come to find out, we think he had heat exhaustion because he came here after he clocked out over at the office, and he went to sleep for like 3 hours. So, yeah, he was, and I could tell. So he was just not, and of course, he looked like white as a sheet when he walked in the door. And Miranda was like, go lay down. So that's what he did. And he wasn't feeling the greatest. So he was just, like, okay. And I felt bad for him because I know it's happened to me, and it's not a fun feeling to be laying there after you walk outside, and then you end up with heat exhaustion and you don't feel well. It's just not a very, very fun experience at all whatsoever. And I can't, it made me feel bad, and I sent Justin to go get some Gatorade for him because, excuse me, I just didn't want him to feel, just didn't want him to be dehydrated because, yeah. So he slept for, 3 or 4 hours, and then he was up, and he feels better. He went home a little while ago, so he's feeling a little bit better than what he was. But yeah, I kind of felt bad for him because I was like, yeah, I get it. It doesn't feel good to be feeling gross. So, now this past weekend, I did also organize some. I organized around my stitching corner a little bit, and I still need to finish. I've got a bag, a 31 bag that that's big enough to put all my cross stitch projects, like my work in progress and so forth, in. And also, I have the floss to go with it. Well, I haven't worked on any of them in a while. So I thought, you know what? All this floss is sitting here. I'm going to just put it all back into my master, storage for my floss and, sort it out. Get the ones that I need for the 3 projects that I'm working on and put the rest away. And put the WIPs back, and when I'm ready to work on the WIPs, I'll just pull it out and go for it. And so that's one thing I have to do. I haven't done that yet because of the simple fact that I just didn't feel like it. Not today. So I'm going to do that this week, in between all the studying and all the lovely fun stuff that I need to do. All right, now, I was going to talk to you about books I was reading, but I've decided that I'm going to do something a little different. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I am going to end up possibly, I don't know, every couple of weeks, when I do, WIP and Chat or whatever, or Floss Tube video, just, share the books that I've read in those couple weeks, and just do it that way, because I feel like I'm repeating myself when I do it every week, and I don't want y'all to be like, is she still reading that? Why isn't she done with that? And, which, yeah, I usually read more than I do, and I need to get back, into that. But anyway, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pick one, WIP and Chat every couple weeks, and then, and I'm just going to, put it in the title, it, talk about the books I'm reading, and after I do, my weekly update, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided if that's, if I'm going to do it that way, or if I'm just going to wait and do an update every month. I don't know. I have to sit down and think about it. I mean, I have so many things running through my head that I want to do on my channel, and yeah, just so much that, yeah. So I will keep you updated and let you know what I decide to do. Let's see what else has been going on. And I'm sitting here. I've been trying to practice with this, with this multiplacer, and I'm really, really starting to get annoyed because, yeah, it's not cooperating. Either that or I'm not, doing this right. I don't know. What else? My God. I feel like I just don't have anything to talk about. Oh my gosh. This is bad. Do. This is horrible when you don't have anything to talk about and you can't remember what you want to talk about because you've been trying to record all freaking day. Let's see. Oh, Justin came to me earlier. This is what I wanted to talk about. I remember now. Justin came to me earlier and he was like, I want to move in with Ariel. Now, he said this once before. And he had plans to after he graduated. And then he changed his mind. So I just looked at him. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. Why? Because all my friends are moving away. He's got, his best friend that is getting ready to move to New York. His other best friend has moved to California and is getting married. And I was like, okay, so that's the only reason you want to move? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay. And he says, I said, well, I have to ask your sister. So I talked to her, and the only issue with that is she lives in a 1-bedroom. So, she basically told him he was going to have to wait until next year when she and her boyfriend bought a house. So yeah, I thought he'd be upset about it, but he doesn't seem to be really, really that upset about it. So, which is good. So I told him, I said, you just have to really, really you're just gonna have to wait. So he's like, okay. And I thought he was gonna be upset about it, but no. So yeah. So we'll see. Let's see, guys. There's really not a whole lot going on on the home front. Just it's just too darn hot to be doing anything. And now that they have their video games, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm sorry. There's not a whole lot to talk about again this week, guys. So I hope you all have a good week. I will let you know about my test and if I passed. And you guys can please keep me in your thoughts. Keep sending me good vibes. And when I find out, about my test on Monday, I will let you all know. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week. And I'm sorry this was a short video. And I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching.